On May 29, 2021, Hampton County 911 operators receive a call from a woman asking for police assistance at the Galaxy food store in Estill. She says her daughter is in the parking lot there, waiting to confront a woman who she says was harassing her.
Hampton County 911, where's your emergency?
Yes, sir. My daughter's up at Galaxy in Estill, South Carolina, and her and some girl is in an altercation or something up there. She said the girl came and cursed her out and asked her why she don't see, sometimes she don't speak or something. I told her to just leave it alone. But could you just have a police officer to go up there to Galaxy? And my daughter's name is Tiffany Owens.
Is the other party still on scene?
Yeah, she's in the store. So evidently my daughter's waiting for her to come out to find out why she cursed her and wanted to know why she wasn't.
Does your daughter work at Galaxy or they're just customers?
No, she just went there to get something from the store, I guess.
By the time law enforcement officers arrive, however, Owens is gone, and 37-year-old Tijuana Demetrius Johnson is lying in the parking lot near her vehicle, bleeding from a gunshot wound to her chest. Johnson dies on the way to the hospital. Meanwhile, Owens shows up at Estill Town Hall to turn herself in to police. She does not make a statement, but eventually seeks a stand-your-ground hearing, claiming that she acted in self-defense. When investigators review surveillance footage from the grocery store, however, what they see looks nothing like the legal definition of self-defense. Footage first shows the suspect pulling into the parking lot and parking immediately in front of the store. Johnson arrives in her black Hyundai a few moments later. After several minutes, Owens goes into the store. She makes a purchase and returns to her black Honda Accord. She sits in the front seat and remains parked there. Several minutes later, Johnson finally emerges from her car. She has something in her hand, possibly a key fob attached to a lanyard or band. She appears to stop and walk casually towards the Accord, where Owens is still sitting in. It's not clear what sparked their interaction, although investigators later learned of a feud between the women. A witness hears Owens and Johnson cursing at each other. Owens says, "That's all right, I'll be here when you get back," as Johnson walks into the store. Owens then retrieves something from a rear compartment before getting back into her driver's seat. Johnson and a grocery store bagger exit about 5 minutes later, and they walk towards Johnson's car. But as Johnson nears her vehicle, Owens begins following her in her black Honda. The women appear to have a second exchange. Johnson then stops and moves towards the driver's window. Owens shoots Johnson in her right chest, the bullet piercing her lung. Owens speeds away as the bagger signals to other witnesses. Johnson briefly reappears in the camera frame before staggering back to the driver's side of the vehicle. Onlookers scrambled to assist her. Law enforcement officers arrived soon thereafter to find her conscious, but not alert, as a man tries to stop the bleeding from Johnson's wound. Meanwhile, Owens drives to a relative's home and tosses a .380 caliber handgun in the woods behind the home. The relative drives her to the Estill Police Department. Gunshot residue is found on Owens' hands and inside her vehicle, where the key to Johnson's car also is discovered. Reed Evans of the 14th Circuit Solicitor's Office prosecutes the case, and he uses the surveillance video to undermine Owens' claim of self-defense. A defendant has a right to self-defense only if all three elements described under South Carolina law are in place. First, a defendant must be without fault in bringing on the difficulty. However, Owens clearly followed her victim through the parking lot in her vehicle after Johnson tried to make her way to her own car. Second, the defendant must face imminent danger of death or serious bodily injury, or a reasonable person would hold the same belief if faced with similar circumstances. But Owens' injuries were not severe, and she was protected inside her vehicle. Although at one point Johnson began flailing at her, she apparently wielded only a car key and was not otherwise armed. Owens also lingered for a moment even after having shot Johnson. Third, the defendant must have no other probable means of avoiding the danger. But Owens sat waiting outside the store for Johnson to exit, could easily have sped away without shooting Johnson. It did not immediately leave after doing so. In January 2024, Owens is tried at the Hampton County Courthouse. Evans calls 11 witnesses during a 3-day trial and shows jurors the surveillance video. The jury finds Owens guilty of voluntary manslaughter and possession of a weapon during commission of a violent crime. Judge Carmen T. Mullen sentences her to 20 years in prison. Evans is a member of the Career Criminal Unit, which prosecutes the circuit's most violent and habitual offenders. That team has earned convictions against 479 of the 424 defendants it has prosecuted since its formation in 2009.